What is up, Nuggets? It's your boy, Killer Pizza, here with a brand new video for you rascals and rapscallions out there. Now, this is going to be a fun one today, but this is also going to be a pretty long video because we are going to go through my entire horror movie Blu-ray 4K collection. I believe I have a little under 500 titles if we're not counting doubles. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is a video I like putting out every year since I started the channel on January 1st. But as you can tell, this is not the 1st. It is the 8th of January. I have arrived late. That is because I had COVID recently, and though I was better from it, I still had lingering effects, and I was just struggling to get through this video. So I'm feeling a lot better now, so it's time to rock and roll with this. I just want to point a couple things out that this is my collection over the past 4 to 5 years. I've been collecting my entire life, but as you know, if you are a collector, collections come and go, whether it's just issues moving, water damage like I had with some flooding in my basement, which ruined a lot of my DVDs at one point, or just selling stuff for that matter. But this is like my newest collection that I started putting together about half a decade ago, which is crazy to think about. But either way, it's going to be fun to showcase some of these titles with you guys. I know a lot of people new to my channel have been wanting to see the entire collection. So I just wanted to point a couple things out before we get into this, that I know a lot of people like to put certain titles together based on directors or boutique labels. I have everything mixed together. All my Arrow, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome, Severn, 88 Films, Code Red, you name it. If it's horror, it's all in one section, and I keep everything else in different sections. All my action movies, comedy movies, which is just a small part of the section. The main thing is the horror. So there's certain titles, like say Big Trouble Little China, or Escape from New York, which I have pretty cool editions of that aren't in my horror collection, that I could show anytime if you guys wanted me to go over those films. But I just like to keep all my horror movies together, alphabetical. So with all that being said, let's get right into the collection. Alright guys, a quick little look at my setup right here. I have this pretty nice wall-mounted shelf that I believe holds up to 600 movies. It has 8 shelves, and the horror takes up the first 6. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have some action movies and whatnot down there. So I figure the way we'll start, I'll just show what I got on top of the shelf. I got some little collectibles and knickknacks. Up top I have my Cream Street Mafia wall-mounted clock that my good friend Bill Blackwell made for me. That is the tag team I'm in. If you're new to this channel, I am an independent wrestler out of Michigan, one half of the tag team, the Cream Street Mafia. So my good friend Bill made me this clock. That's our logo. He made it for my birthday, and I really appreciate it. Did a really good job. And then right here's another funny story. This is when we were good guys, baby faces, villains now, and this is supposed to be me as a wrestler, as a baby doll. It was for a raffle for a friend of mine that got injured, and actually my tag partner that got injured, and the person that won the doll just gave it to me. So I have a baby doll of me as a wrestler now. So, and we have a little Army of Darkness comic book set in the back. I just don't have anywhere to put that right now. We got Hans Gruber, John McClane, not really horror, but I absolutely love Die Hard. We got this Rocky, The World Is Yours statue that I got with the 4K box set. Here's my Pride and Joy, which is actually, these are the first two parts of my horror movie collection, I should point out. This is my Pride and Joy right here. The best release Scream Factory ever put out, in my opinion, the Friday the 13th complete box set. Then I have the Solid Metal Nightmares box set with a little Creep Show comic book in the background. I got a couple Blockbuster party games. Never played them, I just like the look of them. They're pretty cool. And I got a couple awards I won in wrestling. 2018 Breakout Star of the Year, 2018 Most Improved Wrestler of the Year on my dusty shelf. I need to dust this. I got the Charred Chucky that came with the 4Ks. This is my They Live 4K. I have the 4K in there. I'm kind of pissed about that steelbook because I can't keep double dipping, but that They Live steelbook looks so awesome. This is just a little trophy I won one night at a trivia party we had with my friends. It was just a fun night, so I decided to keep it and put it on my shelf. Then One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest box set, and then the Goonies box set. Alright, now let's get on to shelf number 1. Alright guys, I'm going to try to make this a bit quick. I don't want this video to go all night. I'm just going to pull out each title one by one. I may stop and talk about some here or there. Either way, let's rock and roll. So we got 3 from Hell, 30 Days of Night, Absurd, Alice Sweet Alice, Alien, I really need to get this on 4K or get the complete collection. I need Aliens, that's for sure. Alligator. Alligator 2. Alone in the Dark. This is such a hidden gem. I'm so glad Scream Factory put this out. American Gothic. American Mary. The new Vinegar Syndrome Amityville Horror 4K. The Blu-ray of Amityville Horror. American Werewolf in London. Another copy. Now I'm mad about this because when I went to watch this, it wasn't region free, so it was locked. So I upgraded to this version, and then I ended up getting a region free player, 4K player. So I wish I would have just upgraded to the 4K. It's one of my favorites. April Fool's Day. Army of Darkness. Babysitter Massacre. That movie is terrible. The Barn. The Barn 2. Now, I can't say enough about The Barn or The Barn 2. I have a review of both movies on my channel. Those are some of the best independent horror films I've seen in a very long time. Huge fan. We have Basket Case. Now, look at these special features from Arrow Video. That's why you collect physical media, guys. That's what it's all about. Basket Case 2. Battery. Really fun zombie movie. Battle Beyond the Stars. I know a little more science fiction, I guess. My buddy Dennis recommended that to me. The Beach House. Benny Loves You. Beware Children at Play. It's got a really messed up ending. The Beyond. Biohazard. Black Candles. Black Christmas. And that's funny, when I went to record this the first time, I thought, I have the remake of Black Christmas, and I remembered when I tried to record it last week and I got to the remake of Black Christmas, I said, fuck this movie, and I threw it across the room because that's one of the worst movies, so wherever it is, it can stay. I don't like that one. Black Friday. The Blair Witch. The remake of The Blob, that's one of my favorites. Blood Diner. You know, a lot of people love this movie, I just couldn't get into it. Blood Rage. It's the Blood Trilogy, which is Color Me Blood Red, Blood Feast, and 2000 Maniacs. We have Bloodlust Zombies. Blood-Sucking Freaks. Bloody Birthday. Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder from Hell. This is on Tubi right now. This movie's a lot of fun. Body Bags. Body Melt. Brain Scan. Bride of Reanimator and Beyond Reanimator. Bubba Hotep. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Burial Ground. Buried Alive. The Burning. Cabin Fever. Cabin in the Woods. Candyman. Candyman 2. Candyman 3. Candyman 4. I just said Candyman 3 times. Goddamn, I'm fucked. Cannibal Apocalypse. What is this? Cannibal Hookers with a Hacksaw. I just got this one. The new Carrie 4K. Cemetery del Toro. That one's pretty fun Spanish zombie flick. Chopping Mall. Now, I absolutely love this movie. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. The remake of Child's Play. Oop. I got the whole Chucky collection here. Even Seed of Chucky. Christmas Evil. This was a pretty fun one. City of the Living Dead. Clickbait. Must be a horror pack. Something I don't know what that is. This is horror pack 2. Can't even read this one. Climax. Okay. Horror pack. That's why I stopped getting horror pack, man. I don't like a lot of that shit. Come to Daddy. The Craft. The Crazies. Alright, on to shelf number 2. One of my absolute favorites. Creepshow. Creepshow 2. Just grabbed this 4-disc Critters collection not too long ago. Shout out to my buddy Tim, big fan of Critters. Critters Attack. I heard that was terrible, but it was so cheap. Cursed. These Blu-rays are a little tight in the shelf. I hate getting them this tight. Curtains. The Darkness. I love this. Wish I could have gotten the bigger set, but this is one of my favorite sets I have in my whole collection. The Dawn of the Dead 4K with, I believe, 4 different cuts. Just watched the Argento cut for the first time, too. It was a lot of fun. A lot of scenes I've never seen before. This is in my top 3 favorite horror movies. Probably top 2. The remake of Dawn of the Dead. Day of the Dead. Enough can't be said about George Romero's original 3. The Dead Don't Die. That was a fun comedy zombie flick. I just heard the term zomedy not too long ago. I never heard that before. Dead End Drive-In. That was pretty fun. Dead Mine. The Dead Next Door. Dead Pit. Not to be confused with Dead Pit Radio. They rule. Shout out Dead Pit Radio. The Dead Zone. Deadly Friend. Very, very fun movie. Very underrated Wes Craven film. Very underrated Christmas horror film. Deadly Games Dollar Code Santa. I did a review for that not too long ago, so check that out if you want. Deadly Manor. Dead Time Stories. How do you say this? Deathodrin? I don't know. I went to public schools. Demonic Toys, one of my all-time favorites as a kid growing up. Deathgasm. Death Row Game Show. Death Spa. A lot of death, huh? Deathcember. Delirium. Just pick this one up. Demons 1 and 2 on 4K. Demons 1 on 4K is actually the last movie I watched. I watched it last night. Looks absolutely amazing. Then my original copies of Demons. Demons 1 and Demons 2. Can't wait to watch Demons 2 on 4K. I think Demons 2 might be a little more fun. Diary of the Dead. Dr. Sleep. Document of the Dead. This is a George Romero documentary. Dog Soldiers. Dolls, another one I loved growing up. Dolly Dearest. Now, I loved this one growing up, and I rewatched it. I'm like, this does not hold up. This is pretty bad. Don't Breathe. Don't Go in the Woods Alone. This is one of the worst I've seen in a long time. Don't Open Till Christmas. Doom Asylum. Drag Me to Hell. Driller Killer. Dusk Till Dawn. Eaten Alive. Echoes of Fear. Edge of the Axe. Elizabeth Harvest. Event Horizon. If I could get one of my top things on my wish list when it comes to horrors or cinema or movies, whatnot, is there's supposedly like an extended cut to this where there's like another additional like hour, and they had to cut it down because it was too violent. And if you've ever seen this movie with like the hallucination little dream sequence the girl has towards the end, it shows some of the most horrific shit. It's like Hellraiser in space. This movie's so awesome. The Evil Dead 1 and 2. Probably the movie with like the most releases ever when it comes to horror. The Evil Dead remake. Evil Dead Trap. I love this, and I still haven't checked this out. I was waiting for this to come out. Evil Dead Trap 2. I didn't even know there was a sequel. I really got to watch that. Every time I go to watch this, it's like late, and I'm not really in the mood for subtitles. Don't really mind them, but if I'm really tired. Evil Ed. Evil Laugh. The Exorcist. The Exorcist 2. And I don't have The Exorcist 3, but just got announced that Exorcist 3 is coming out on 4K, so sometimes it's good to hold off, especially with Scream Factory, the way they keep re-releasing, because I can't keep double-dipping with the ones that I have, you know what I mean? The Faculty. Now, this is a fun movie. I love horror movies from the late 90s, and a fun little story about this. This is obviously the Blu-ray, but the DVD version, that's the first DVD I ever bought, was The Faculty. Feast. Final Girls. Now this one, you would think from the cover it looks really cheesy, right? And it's kind of a satire on slashers. I was pleasantly surprised with this one. This movie has so much heart to it. I love this. Fire in the Sky. It's got one of the creepiest scenes, man, with him being abducted when they show it at the end. This is a really fun movie. Flesh Eater. Now this one here on 4K is awesome. This is one I found so many people have so much hate for, but I loved it. This movie was incredible. I loved every minute of this. Flesh-eating mothers. Got The Fly. Oh, my Fog Steelbook. One of my favorites right here. This is one of my absolute favorites. John Carpenter's my all-time favorite director. Now, there's my Blu-ray of it. The Forest. This is one I heard of on Dead Pit Radio, actually. Still haven't checked it out. The Fourth Kind. Frailty. Alright, shelf number 3. We got Frankenhooker. Friday the 13th 8-movie collection. If anybody's interested in this, I'm looking to get rid of this. I'm looking to get rid of some of this stuff because I got the box set. I never end up opening this. Fright Night. From the Beyond. It's funny, they just announced that 4K through Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm like, I don't think I want that, because now that I've been watching a lot of 4Ks, I've noticed like you can really notice a lot of the sweat and everything. I just think this would gross me out, like in 4K. A lot of like body horror in 4K doesn't really sound too appealing to me, if you know what I'm saying. Then we have Fulci is Fake, a Luce Fulci documentary. Try saying that twice. The Funhouse. The Funhouse Massacre. Get Out. One I heard of from watching Christian Hannah Horror Planet CHH videos. Tell me about this. Nice release. Taking up all my damn shelf space, you son of a bitch. Ghost Riders. Ghoulies 1 and 2, which I'm pissed about this too, because once I got the region-free Blu-ray player, they announced Ghoulies 1, 2, and 3 in a Spanish release, which I just really want Ghoulies go to college. Ginger Snaps, if you guys are interested in me doing a review of this, I watched this, I really enjoyed it. CM Punk horror movie, Girl on the Third Floor. Girls Night Out. Girlfriend from Hell. Graduation Day. Graveyard Shift. The Green Inferno. It's a Grindhouse double feature. We got Death Proof and Planet Terror. I don't remember ever seeing Planet Terror, but I've seen I like Death Proof. I don't know why I only seen one and not the other. Okay, now into my Halloween 4Ks. Halloween 1. Halloween 2. Halloween 3. 4. 5. I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Halloween 5 in so long. When I threw this in, it was hard to get through. And the set everyone's bitching about, we got 6, 7, and 8. They bitch because it came in this case and it doesn't look good with the others. I think it looks perfectly fine, personally. And I like Halloween Resurrection more than Halloween Ends. So yeah, everyone talk about that. Oh god, that movie sucked. So here's other copies of my Halloweens. Halloween 1, 2, the Scream Factory release of 3, 4, 5, 6. This was the only way I could find to get Resurrection H2O to buy it in this 3-pack. Rob Zombie 1 and 2. A lot of these were just placeholders until I got the 4K editions. So then we have Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys, because like as a completist, I really want to get Halloween Ends to throw it in there, but I don't think I'll ever watch that movie again. It's one of the worst. Oh my god, it was so bad. In fact, this is pretty fun. If you guys haven't seen this, this is a bootleg I got. Halloween Don't Fear the Reaper cut. It's Halloween 2018 Kills and Ends all cut together, cutting out all the supernatural stuff, and there's no Corey in it. So I had to buy this. I haven't watched it yet. It's like a 4-hour cut, but Happy Birthday to Me. Heartland of Darkness, the Lost Linnea Quigley movie. Hell High. Hell Night. Hilarious, another horror pack. This is one of the horror pack copies I got that I actually do want to watch. Hellraiser. Hellraiser 2. Henry. Oh, shout out to Christian Hannah Horror. I got your one right here. Hobgoblins. House 1. House 2. House on Haunted Hill. I really enjoyed this going back to it. High in the Hog. Got The Hills Have Eyes, 4K. Hobo with a Shotgun. The Hole. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. The Honky Holocaust. Horror Noir. This is like a documentary on like black horror. The House on Tombstone Hill, House on Sorority Hill, Sorority Row, The Howling. I love this movie. That's one I should upgrade and get the 4K for, damn it. I Spit on Your Grave. I Spit on Your Grave. I think that's what the remake, original and the remake. Idle Hands. I'm waiting on, what was this, White Doomsday? I'm dreaming of a White Doomsday. In Search of Darkness. In Search of Darkness 2. Alright guys, we're on to shelf number 4. So I know this isn't horror, this breaks all my rules, but In Search of Tomorrow, I just had to put it after the two In Search of Darkness. I didn't get part 3. If I can get it again later, I definitely will. In the Mouth of Madness. Intruder. Great underrated slasher. Invisible Maniac. It Chapter 1. It Chapter 2. Jaws 4K. Jaws 2, 3, and 4. I just realized I have Jaws 2, 3, and 4, but not the original It. That's kind of fucked up, right? Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. The Jigsaw. Johnny Gruesome, which would be a great wrestling name. Just Desserts, which is a creep show documentary. Just Before Dawn. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, one of my favorites. Such a fun movie. And this Arrow release, too. Like I said, with these special features. I really should throw this on and go through these more again sometime. Another really fun one. Killer Party. Killer Workout. It's like, what do you want to do? Have a killer party or a killer workout? Krampus 4K. The LA AIDS Jabber. Yep, that is right. What the hell? All these backwards. Land of the Dead. Last House on the Left. The Laughing Dead. Leatherface. Life Force. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. Really good zombie flick there. Lords of Illusions. Lost After Dark. The Lost Boys. Lust of the Dead Trilogy. Ma. Madman. The Machine. Malevolence 1. Malevolence 2. Malevolence 3. Maniac. Maniac Cop. The McPherson Tapes. Meat Cleaver Massacre. Memorial Valley Massacre. Metal and Horror, fun little documentary. Microwave Massacre. The Monster Squad. Motel Hell. What is this? Oh, okay. Double Linnea Quigley, Murder Weapon, and Deadly Embrace. Mutant Hunt. Mutants. The Mutilator. My Bloody Valentine. The remake of My Bloody Valentine. My Name is Bruce. The Necrophiles. Necromantic. Necromantic 2. I might never watch those, man. I heard there's like some animal abuse in there. Like, I'm good with that. So we have Never Sleep Again and Camp Crystal Lake. Memories. Let me go back to Necromantic. I just think it's funny. I won't watch it because of the animal cruelty, but it's a movie about people fucking dead corpses, dead bodies. It's fucked up. New Year's Evil. New York Ripper. Night of the Comet. Night of the Creeps. Night of the Demon. Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons 2, which they put out part 3. Night of the Demons remake. Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead 1990. That's my top 10 for sure. Night Train to Terror. Nightbreed. Nightmares. Nightmare Beach. Nightmare City. The Nightmare on Elm Street set. I don't know why I haven't opened this yet. I'm just like holding out, hoping they really will put out that Scream Factory set. Not looking good. What do we got? The Tragedy, or Nightmare Sisters. and no reason. Alright guys, had to get on the ground to record this. This is the middle shelf. It's just got some of my knickknacks. I got the puzzle box from Hellraiser, a couple books. This is Stranger Things Season 1 that looks like it comes in a VHS case. I got a VHS copy of Scarface in the back. Not horror, but should be noted I love Scarface. That's the one movie where I'll buy every edition. I have it on Laserdisc, VHS, 4K, DVD, Blu-ray, the whole spiel. This is a fun little thing here. I'm a cat person. I love cats. And I was on vacation in Chicago and came back from a bar. We stopped in a 7-Eleven. I seen this. This is like a cat with gummy eyeballs. Now, I wouldn't eat that. I just thought it looked cool. I go, that'll go great on my shelf. Got this little Friday the 13th medallion. Some books here. Ghost Hunting, Mac Lethal. Some punk rock books. Camera. Some comics. John Moxley autobiography. Now back into the Turboman. Now back into the movies. I got Nosferatu, probably the oldest movie in my collection. Offerings, kind of a Halloween ripoff. Pennywise, the story of it. This was a really good documentary. People Under the Stairs. Pet Sematary. I think that's the remake. Yeah, why don't I own the original? Well, shit. Why don't I own the original Pet Sematary? That's fucked up. Phantasm 1 and 2. Phantom of the Mall, Phantom of Paradise, Pieces, Pledge Night, Poltergeist, Popcorn, the Poughkeepsie Tapes, Prince of Darkness, The Prowler. This is the Psycho 4 movie collection. Psychos in Love. Oh, and I found a mistake in the shelf. I got Pumpkinhead. There you go. Pumpkinhead 2. Puppet Master. Now this is Queens of Scream. So this has I Know What You Did Last Summer, When a Stranger Calls, and Vacancy. Hell yeah. See why I bought that. Rabid Grannies. I was kind of bummed with this one. I was hoping it'd be better. Rawhead Rex. Reanimator. Reef. The Return of the Living Dead 4. Now that is my all-time favorite horror movie. I would say my top 3 would have to be Return of the Living Dead, The Thing, and Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, that's how I'm going to have to do it. And then Return of the Living Dead Part 1. This is the only movie I ever bought a slipcover separately for. I just love that. I have to have it. Which I'm not getting rid of mine. This is another movie where I would buy every copy. Return of the Living Dead 2. Return of the Living Dead 3. I love all 3 of those movies. Return to Nukem High. Revenge of the Living Dead Girls. Now, if you want to hear about a fucked up movie or you want to watch a fucked up movie, just watch it. Watch my review. I'll tell you all about it. This one's weird. The Ring, that beautiful steelbook. Road Games. We got the Rob Zombie trilogy, which is House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. Rotten Tail, pretty fun Easter horror movie. Salem's Lot. Satan's Little Helper. Savage Harvest. The Saw Collection. Scalps. Scare Package. Scared Stiff. The new Scream, which I loved. I cannot wait for Scream. Ghostface Takes Manhattan. Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a Scream Queen double feature. This is where I first seen The Fog and The Howling. I had to go out and buy the actual collector's edition. I love both of those so much. Serpent and the Rainbow. What's this? Shark Lake with Dolph Lundgren, another horror pack. Shaun of the Dead. The Shining on 4K. Shock 'em Dead. Shockwaves. Shocker. Shredder. Silence of the Lambs. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5. Silver Bullet. Very, very good werewolf movie. Skeletons. Slaughter Day. Slaughter High. Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse Rock. A lot of slaughter. The Slayer. Sleepaway Camp 1. Sleepaway Camp 2. One of my favorite posters ever. I had to flip this one. I remember that from the video stores. Sleepaway Camp 3. It's funny, when I picked up all these Sleepaway Camp movies, I didn't realize how much they're going for now. I got them just straight off Amazon when I started collecting maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Slime City and Slime City Massacre, both pretty wild body horror movies. The Slumber Party Massacre Steelbook. Slumber Party Massacre. Love that movie so much. I can't wait for the 4K of 1 and 2 to come out. I wish they could have gotten the third in that. I actually do enjoy the third. Snuff. And Society. Oh. Alright, down to the final shelf, you guys. I'm all the way on the floor to do this one. So we have Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Bowl-O-Rama. I heard they're making a sequel to this, which that's going to be something to see. I liked it, though. Pretty fun. Species. Spookies. Spree. The Strangers. Street Trash. Now, this is kind of the movie that started my YouTube channel, really, because I picked this one up when I restarted my collection. It was one of the first ones I grabbed, and it just was so weird to me. I wanted to talk about it, but a lot of my friends wouldn't really know what the hell I'm talking about, so I made the channel to find some people to talk about, and now I got all you great guys. Studio 666. The Stuff. Summer of '84. Survival of the Dead. Suspiria. Swamp Thing. Tales from the Crypt, Bardello of Blood. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Hood. Tales of Halloween. Lots of tales. Tales of the Uncanny. Terrifier. Terrifier 2. Which I definitely need to check that out soon. Terra Firma. Look at all this terror. Terror Vision. Video Dead. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Next Generation. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Remake. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning. Thale. They Live. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The Thing. Now, this is my absolute favorite. I know there is, well, besides Return of the Living Dead, I absolutely love this one, but there is a 4K out, but I wish Scream Factory would put out a 4K of this. The remake or prequel of The Thing, which I really liked. 13 Ghosts. Thou Shall Not Kill, Except. Toolbox Murderers. Torso. Tourist Trap. Tragedy Girls MFA. Trapped Alive. Tremors. Trick or Treat. Trilogy of Terror. Trilogy of Terror 2. Troll 2. Tucker and Dale Fight Evil. Two Witches. Under the Bed. Saturday, or Unmasked Part 25. Urban Legend. Valentine. Vamp. I love this vampire movie. Absolutely awesome. I suggest anybody check it out. John Carpenter Vampires. VFW. Victor Crowley. Video Violence. Videodrome. And accompanied by OCD. Village of the Damned. Who Done It? Who Can Kill a Child? Wicked World. Witchboard. The Wizard of Gore and the Gore Girls. X. Xing. Oh no, not again. Zombie. Zombie 3, which is Zombie 2. Zombie 4, which is Zombie 3. It's confusing. Then we have Zombieland. Zombieland 2. Alright guys, that was my entire horror Blu-ray 4K collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, taking a look at all the stuff I have on physical media when it comes to horror. If you have any suggestions of any of the titles up here that you'd like me to review anytime, just let me know. Leave it in the comments. I will gladly do it. If you have any suggestions of titles I should pick up, let me know in the comments. And most importantly, leave me a link of any of your videos showing your complete collection, regardless of how small, how big it is. I would love to check out your guys' stuff as well. And you know, there's something stupid. I just have to show this because this fell off my damn shelf before I started recording. I was going to re-record the intro, but I'm like, I'm not re-recording this. I just got to show you my John Nada Funko Pop that I got as a gift that goes on top of my 4K. I just couldn't leave Roddy Piper out of this. I'm not a big Funko guy, but that was a gift and it looks good on the shelf. But anyways, I love making these videos every year for you guys, but to be quite honest, it gets rougher every year when it comes to getting low on the ground and just my arm getting so tired recording it. That's how I know I'm getting old. I got worn out holding the camera and pulling movies out for however long this video ends up running to. But yeah, like I said, anything you suggest you want me to get, anything you want me to review, and most importantly, leave me a link of your collections. I'll check them out. I'll leave a comment on it, tell you what I think. Other than that, Blood, Guts, Gore. I'll check you guys next time.